The existence of money took place before the beginning of written history. So historians and researchers' story of how money first developed was likely based on logic and guessing. Before we dive into the origin of money, let's take a look at what money really is. What is money? After a series of studies of the definition of money, we came to the realization that money is any entity that a large number of people trust and accept as a medium of exchange and a store of value that can be measured by units. Money enables people to indirectly trade goods and services and process other transactions. Money itself has no real value. Money is valuable only because everyone has trust and belief that it will be accepted as a form of payment. Throughout history, money has been recognized in two forms: tangible money and intangible money. Tangible money can be seen and touched, while intangible money is non-physical. Now, let's move straight to the history of how money started. Money has been part of humanity for around the last 3,000 years. But before this time, it was believed by historians and researchers that the barter system was probably used. The barter system was simply carried out by exchanging goods or services directly between two individuals or a clan of people. Let's look into some examples of how the barter system works. The first example will be the man whose job is in pottery. The potter may meet with a blacksmith for an exchange of their products. Another example will be the leaders of an empire that has gold requesting for an exchange of commodities with another country that possesses oil and other commodities. This process of barter trade often takes a lot of time. For a deal between two parties to be successful, they'll have to negotiate about the value of their respective products or service they are giving out. So if they couldn't come to an agreement, the trader moves on looking for another individual or community. After some centuries, items like animal skins, salt, and weapons began to develop. These items became the medium of exchange, although the value of these items were still negotiated sometimes. As humans moved into the future, money was introduced, making trading and business more faster and effective. The first manufactured coins seem to have appeared separately in India, China, and the cities around the Aegean Sea 600 BC. While these Aegean coins were stamped, the Indian coins were punched metal discs, and Chinese coins were cast bronze with holes in the center to be strung together. Although China was the first country to use an object that modern people might recognize as coins, the first region in the world to use an industrial facility to manufacture coins as money was in Asia Minor in the Kingdom of Lydia, on the coast of what is now Turkey. These coins spread throughout Greece in the following centuries. In 600 BC, Lydia's king Aletes minted the first official currency. These coins were made from electrum, a mixture of silver and gold that occurs naturally, with sides of the coins bearing an image produced by stamping. One side is often a human head. Lydia's currency made the country improve both in internal and external trading systems, making it one of the richest empires in Asia Minor. The Chinese were the first to move from coins to paper money. This took place around 700 BC. Its introduction was due to the fact that merchants and wholesalers desired to avoid the heavy bulk of copper coins in large commercial transactions. The central government soon realized the economic advantages of printing paper money, issuing a monopoly right of several of the deposit shops to the issuance of these certificates of deposit. By the early 12th century, the number of banknotes issued in a single year amounted to an annual rate of 26 million strings of cash coins. The first European banknotes were issued by Stockholm's Blanco, a predecessor of Sweden's central bank's various Riksbank in 1661. These replaced the copper plates being used instead as a means of payment. The Bank of England was granted sole rights to issue banknotes in England after 1694. In the United States, the Federal Reserve Bank was granted similar rights after its establishment in 1913. Until recently, these government-authorized currencies were forms of representative money, since they were partially backed by gold or silver and were theoretically convertible into gold or silver. In the 1930s, the value of most major currencies was derived from the price of gold. Countries pegged their currency to the metal, and this was known as the gold standard. The competition between countries often led to currency wars, where competing countries would try to change the value of the competitor's currency by driving it up and making the enemy's goods too expensive, by driving it down and reducing the rival's buying power, or by eliminating the currency completely. In 1971, United States President Richard Nixon announced that the U.S. dollar would not be directly backed by gold anymore. This measure effectively destroyed the Bretton Woods system by removing one of its key components, in what came to be known as the Nixon shock. Since then, the U.S. dollar, and thus all national currencies, are free-floating currencies. International, national, and local money is now dominated by virtual credit rather than real bullion. In 1971, government-issued money became 100% debt. In the late 20th century, payment cards such as credit cards and debit cards became the dominant mode of consumer payment in the First World. The Bank Americard, launched in 1958, became the first third-party credit card to acquire widespread use and be accepted in shops and stores all over the United States, soon followed by the MasterCard and the American Express. Since 1980, credit card companies are exempt from state usury laws, and so can charge any interest rate they see fit. Outside America, other payment cards became more popular than credit cards, such as France's Carte Bleue. The development of computer technology in the second part of the 20th century allowed money to be represented digitally. By 1990, in the United States, all money transferred between its central bank and commercial banks was in electronic form. By the 2000s, most money existed as digital currency in banks' databases. In 2012, 20 to 58% of transactions were electronic. The benefit of digital currency is that it allows for easier, faster, and more flexible payments. In January 2009, Bitcoin was launched by unknown authors under the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto. This paved the way for a new era of money. Bitcoin's use of cryptography allowed the currency to have a trustless, unalterable distributed ledger called a blockchain. The blockchain technology enhances cybersecurity. Bitcoin became the first widely used decentralized, peer-to-peer, cryptocurrency in the world. The protocol proposed by Nakamoto solved what is known as the double spending problem without the need for a trusted third party and also reduced transaction charges. Since Bitcoin's inception, thousands of other cryptocurrencies have been introduced, such as Ethereum, Stellar, Dogecoin, and Litecoin. So with digital and cryptocurrency being the very latest type of money in the world, comment below and tell us what you think. Will there be another type of money in the near future? Comment below, and let us know. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a like below. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell, so that you can be the first to know when we publish new quality videos.